Have you ever wanted a game that bridged some of your favorite science fiction movie experiences with some of your favorite gameplay mechanics to make one hell of an emotional ride through a world of androids becoming human? Then look no further than Detroit: Become Human. This PS4 exclusive title had a bit of a rough start, not unlike the androids featured in the game. A sordid past. Now I'm going to show you why this game is everything it set out to be after 6 long years of development, and how, after a long history of making unique experiences, Quantic Dream was able to make their magnum opus, their perfect game. The story all starts with a brief history of the company that sparked the imaginations of the industry with their 2005 game, Fahrenheit. You may know this game as Indigo Prophecy. If you haven't played it, then you at least have heard of it, or its complex control style and unique style of storytelling. Indigo Prophecy was written and directed by David Cage and produced by Guillaume de Fournier, the founders of Quantic Dream. Published with the help of Atari, they had no idea they would later have massive success from this game, selling over 700,000 copies worldwide. They even got a David Lynch favorite composer, Angelo Badalamenti, helped by Norman Corbeil, to do their eerie music for this murder mystery experience. This began Quantic Dream's climb into the public eye and their journey toward perfection. Fahrenheit began their unique way of storytelling by creating a cinematic approach to gaming. This had not been accomplished too frequently, as most games at the time were all about shooting or exploring a vast, massive world. The game was truly unique in its ability to keep the player entertained, while continuously telling a story where your actions decide the fate of the characters in this interactive movie. Let me show you how their next title, a PlayStation 3 exclusive, allowed them to achieve greatness and sell over 2 million copies. Sony allowed David Cage to accomplish his vision of a game where seemingly all your choices matter, and each main character could be in danger of dying at any time, just like Game of Thrones. But the story would still continue on. This also had immense facial recognition and was developed for Sony's Emotion Engine, allowing face scanning, mocap, and other technologies to tell a story where the player could feel a connection with each one of the characters just by their facial expressions. This game was highly anticipated and released in February of 2010. David Cage was proud of what his company was able to accomplish with Sony, partner with them, and later announce upcoming projects 5, Infraworld, and later the tech demo that started it all, Kara, which they didn't know was about to generate a large buzz for them. Detroit was born out of love for this video. In fact, fans couldn't seem to get enough of Kara. At a time when GeForce and Radeon tech demos featured racing girls and fairies, Kara was just what we needed to see. Not just a body, but a girl with a soul. Someone who felt alive. That aliveness was provided by Valerie Curry, an actress chosen out of over 100 applicants. She nailed her performance in the video, and it quickly became a viral internet sensation. This was the start of everything for Detroit. After a rocky release of Beyond Two Souls, Quantic Dream needed to go back to the drawing board and come up with a new game that represented them as a company. After all that, it took them until 2018 to release another game. It took them until 2018 to release their perfect cinematic experience. Not just a game, but a truly interactive, choose-your-own-adventure movie where the player makes all of the choices. And based on their choices, determines not just the ending, but how each step of the story goes along. Kara returns as the android in the shop she was meant to be, but this time it's different. She was returned for repairs after her owner, Todd, comes in asking to get her back. He mentions that his daughter has named her Kara, and we finally can see the game we all wanted since 2011 when we first caught a glimpse of this android who just wanted to be alive. Now, it wouldn't be a true Quantic Dream experience with just one character, right? Of course not. That's why they've brought in a Blade Runner who has to work with a human partner and a messiah for all androids by the name of Marcus. Marcus. I wonder where they got that name.
It's Marcus, right?
How can they have all of these pop culture references rolled up into one game? Good question. The answer is they love sci-fi movies, and if it wasn't apparent enough with Norman Jayden and Heavy Rain, then maybe it will be with Ethan and Tom Cruise. Want to taste some more? Then watch my next video on Detroit Become Human.